Bienvenidos worldwide fans of cinema. Jaime En Fuego here with my running buddy.
What's up? I'm Cecil Laird.
And we got some Enfuegotainment coverage, hottest entertainment with an edge, and this is San Diego Comic-Con 2016 stuff, man. News is dropping like wildfire. DC is firing on all cylinders and kind of going for broke, in my opinion, man.
Looks like it.
Yeah, so we have a Wonder Woman trailer, and then there's also going to be another video for this Justice League teaser that they just put. I'm thinking this is a reaction to BVS and its poor reception. So let's get to watching this. We're going to do a little bit of reviewing afterwards, so let's get to it.
Absolutely. Here we go. Wonder Woman.
Gal Gadot.
You're a man.
Yeah. I mean, do I not look like one?
You have been my greatest love. Be careful, Diana. I do not deserve you.
Have you never met a man before? I mean, what about your father?
I had no father. I was brought to life by Zeus.
Well, that's neat. Do this.
What I do is not up to you.
It's Etta Candy. I'm Steve Trevor's secretary.
What is a secretary?
I go where he tells me to go and I do what he tells me to do.
Oh, well, where I'm from, that's called slavery.
I really like her.
Fantastic.
Oh,
Ladies, after you.
I do. I like her.
Well, that looks like a lot of fun, man.
Hell
Holy
yeah.
smokes, yo.
That looks awesome. And you know what? I usually hate on period piece films. I actually was not a fan of the first Captain America movie just because.
I actually liked it.
See, I wasn't a huge fan of it. I liked the Steve Rogers stuff, but the rest of it I could have given away to the wolves, making absolutely no sense whatsoever. But in this one, I love that the other half of the story is the Themyscira story, if that's how you say the island's name, but it's Wonder Woman's 'S and the Amazon story, and finding out.
Seemingly washes up on their island.
He washes up on their
or something,
island. They've
and-
never had a man set foot on the island of Themyscira before because the Amazons removed themselves from man's world years and years ago. And so no one has ever encountered one. And I'm not sure what the origin of Wonder Woman is here, but I know one of the origins is her mother formed her out of clay, and she was given life by, I think, a lightning bolt of Zeus or something like that.
That's what they said in the trailer, right? And I was immediately getting just a Thor vibe.
Yeah,
at times.
from the
I feel like the
Themyscira, it looks a lot like sort of. God, I can't think of what it's because I know Midgard is Earth. Asgard. Sorry,
Asgard,
there you go.
yeah. Captain Kirk, or I should say the new Captain Kirk, not Shatner. What's his name? Chris.
Pine.
Pine. Yes, Chris Pine. I think he's going to be an awesome addition to this. He's going to be a nice, like, counterbalance to her stoic kind of... I mean, this is a good way that they're using her, like, accent and stuff, because there's been a lot of people who are really skeptical about Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, and they're like, oh, she can't do much acting and so on and so forth, and, you know, they're not going to have her talk so much, but I almost think, like, the accent and the way they're playing it up, the fish out of water mentality, I think it's going to work well. I mean, that ending scene with the secretary slavery thing and the way she was talking, she doesn't understand, like, modern customs and stuff. I think it's going to be a cool balance.
Absolutely. Well, it's going to have that thing that people aren't going to expect, and I know about it, and now you will too. And now your viewers will as well. But basically, that's the thing. It's going to be, like you said, a fish out of water story.
And in World War One, not World War Two, a war that doesn't get as much. Well, I mean, you don't love war, obviously.
The biplane shooting stuff, that was so
and her with
rad.
the shield, you know, like
so
knocking away the gunfire and using the
lasso.
The lasso. Yes,
yes.
The lasso of truth. It looked sick. I gotta say, action sequences awesome. Once again, they're not really.
She looked badass. Like and I thought she looked maybe a little small. Like I think Wonder Woman is an Amazon woman. She should be closer to Brienne of Tarth from Game of Thrones than, you know, what she is. You know, but keeping the sort of Greek goddess aesthetic.
Yeah, this dainty Israeli woman, when she got cast, there was a lot of people who were like, Malo, no bueno, man, this is not good, but...
she looks badass, man. That armor, the way they armored her up, it looks great.
Yeah.
They made her costume, which can look really aggressively out of place in the comic because it's so showy of the cleavage and the you know, the panties as the bottoms, essentially. Like this, she's got the battle armor and she's got the golden skirt. All of that sort of deflects bullets. That's really cool. But just to finish my point briefly, the fish out of water thing, it's going to be awesome because she's never been amongst men's world at all. She's never been off the island. So unlike when we saw her in BVS, where she had already experienced man's world for an extended period of time.
She's adjusted.
This is the first time she's going to be reacting to everything in man's world, just like she did with the secretary thing. That's called slavery.
Yeah, which is what I thought made the first Thor work better than the second Thor. Personally, I loved that dynamic of just like being so tripped out by, you know, human customs on Earth and just the oddness of them and whatnot. I thought that's what made that one work so well. I'm actually stoked for this, and being a man that was kind of maybe being the slightest bit chauvinistic about it, not so much like super on hating like some of the idiots on the Ghostbusters movie recently, but just kind of thinking, all right, how good can this be? Because I'm not super familiar with Wonder Woman, and, you know, she was done pretty iconically in the 70s, right? And so, and a tough character to adapt, because didn't Joss Whedon try to do a script, and all these people...
Yeah, but that fell apart because of
I heard it wasn't very good.
Interactions. No, it fell apart because of studio relations, and they were giving him limitations and stuff like that, so he just left.
Yeah, but it looks fun, the action looks awesome, and the humor worked for me, and I'm actually way more excited for this than I was anticipating to be.
Yeah, I'm super pumped. That was a better trailer than definitely I expected, but I wasn't looking down on it. I was, you know, having high hopes for it, and it more than lived up to it. It exceeded my hopes by a long shot.
Yeah, so lots of bueno, a little bit of malo maybe, but even more so feo for me, in the fact that maybe I was being a little pig-headed, and for that I apologize, because my faith is now in this property being pretty badass.
I agree, man.
Awesome. So I guess that's a good way to wrap it up. We're in agreement about this. Mucho bueno. The Wonder Woman trailer has us stoked for 2017 and all the DC Universe building that is currently transpiring over at Warner Brothers. So I'm going to extend the grande gracias. Cecil and I do a show together, which is actually, we're hanging at the Horror Show Studios, so to speak, and doing these reactions instead of at Casa del Fuego. So what is the show we do together? Just give a shout out.
That is The Horror Show at youtube.com/The Horror Show channel. It's a horror variety show. We've been going for about 2.5 years. We have over 500 episodes, and it's horror reviews, how-tos, comedy sketches, celebrity interviews, horror shorts. Fuego gets to play an Old West vampire in one of our shorts, so go and check it out. Celebrity interviews as as well. He also got to interview the zombie godfather himself, George Romero, so tons of cool content. Check it out.
One of the coolest moments of my career, and this looks super cool for next year. 2017 is going to be awesome. I cannot wait. So I've been Jaime En Fuego. You can find me Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. Always appreciate it. So until we get some more of the hottest entertainment with an edge to cover, which is going to be the Justice League teaser that also hit at SDCC. And until next time, Sin Amigos, hasta luego. But let's make it sooner rather than later. Peace. Bye.